Hi there, it's Angela from North Carolina. I'm not going to say good morning because it's really not a good morning. I was going to make this video yesterday, but I was too distraught. Wednesday night, my phone alarm went off with an alert that there was a shooting suspect being sought by the police. We didn't know any details. We just knew that there had been a shooting in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I say Angela from North Carolina, but if I walk across my field and across a creek, I am in South Carolina. So I'm actually on the line, and there are times that we would wish that we're in South Carolina, like during tax season, but our school systems were better in North Carolina. So first we heard the alert that there had been a shooting, but we didn't know any details. All of you probably heard yesterday the horrible story about a family that was shot down in their house in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It was Dr. Robert Lesslie, his beautiful wife, and his two grandchildren. A little girl was 9 and the little boy was 5, just spending the day in the country with their grandparents. And there were 2 workers at the house doing some electrical or I guess you would say heating and air work. So the way that the police were alerted, the 2 workers were also shot by the gunman, and one of the workers did survive. He is in critical condition. This morning they said it's very touch and go. Please pray for him. He was able to call his boss. I guess it was like his last number dialed, and he was screaming, "I've been shot, I've been shot." And so the boss was able to call 911. And of course, when the police got there, it was a carnage. Phillip Adams, I hate to even say his name because I don't like to give the shooter any creds, but the poor man was in pain. He was a former NFL player. He had been a star football player in the small town of Rock Hill, which is 20 minutes from my front porch. My mother-in-law lived there for 32 years until her death. It's a lovely town with a college, and it's got quite a few, very well-respected businesses and a wonderful hospital facility. Dr. Lesslie ran an emergency urgent care facility. And we don't know yet if he ever treated Phillip Adams. Phillip was in the process of applying for disability benefits from the NFL. And if any of you have ever applied for disability, people take it very personally when they get turned down, even though it's not personal, but it feels that way to you. He had been very depressed since his career ended 6 years ago, and his family said that he had always been very quiet and gentle. Suddenly he was quick to anger, that you could be having what they used to call a conversation with him, but it quickly turned into an argument. He had been a football freak his entire life. When he left the game left him. He would not sit and watch a football game with the family. If they had a football game on during a Sunday dinner or a holiday, he got up and left the room, or he asked them to change the channel. So we don't know any details, but it doesn't matter. There's no excuse why. There's no answer that can qualify that he took 5 lives and possibly 6. The 5th victim, I'm sorry I don't know your name. He's a gentleman from the city of Gastonia, North Carolina. He has 3 children that he was working to support. He was a technician in training to better his life for his family. I don't know anything about the man that's in critical condition except the fact that I'm praying for him. But, I shouldn't say anything bad about Phillip Adams because the man obviously was in mental anguish and pain. He had suffered some really bad concussions during his NFL career, and we all know how that can turn out. The biopsy of his brain, sadly, will tell if he had traumatic brain injury. It had never been determined prior to what happened, which may be why he had not been approved for his disability. So please pray for the town of Rock Hill. The town is in mourning. The Lesslie family you know is in shock. One of their friends was interviewed, and she just looked like her heart was broken. But these shootings have got to stop. I don't know why people think it doesn't matter why he was at their house. It doesn't matter. Why would he take the lives of innocent children and a wife and a mother and a loving husband, even if he was there to rob or steal? And we don't know yet if Dr. Lesslie ever treated him. There has been some speculation that he did. The family of Phillip Adams, his father, lived down the street from the property of Dr. Lesslie, but I don't believe that they were friends or anything. That so far there doesn't seem to be a connection that anyone knows of. Well, please pray for the town of Rock Hill, the Lesslie family, and all who love them. And I'm praying for the family of former NFL player Phillip as well. They're in terrible pain. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.